recording. Today, I want to convey my best wishes to all of you. After a long back, I am coming again. Our present situation of northeastern region is very worst. Flood and landslide both are creating lot of problems. More than 71% lost their lives and calves and domestic animals too. Few wild animals also lost their life. So I am very sorry to give you this bad news of northeastern region. Today I want to say little about time, that is our lifespan. In my opinion, a single life is not sufficient for learning. I have few questions in my mind. More interestingly, I want to find the answer in my own way of feeling and analysis. May all of this small world shall disagree with me. Who has created us? May surely by God, whoever it may be. Anyway, it's supreme supranational power it is. I am not saying something about the living God ideology. The living God ideology in, in some faith it is by God, in some faith it is by Allah, in some faith it is by Brahma, Vishnu. Like that, there are so many faiths, and in faith, all in faiths, there are different names of God. But I am saying about the omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent, awesome of all virtues have surely been created all of us. His marvelous creation is self-sufficient in all respects. No one finds any defects or demerits in his creation. Yes, all necessary built-in spare parts too. For example, when one eye is sufficient, one is spare, one kidney is enough. But but I do not know why extra kidney was built in as a spare part, and all other requirement also one extra part. One hand is sufficient for writing, reading, and anything, but one handed extra. So his creation is self-sufficient in all respect and built-in spare parts too. But in my eyes, there is a major demerit of his creation is time. Time means lifespan, our lifespan. If Creator made everyone omniscient, then surely there had not been any problem to anyone and anywhere. Why he did not do that? Our lifetime, as I heard in my childhood, is 120 years only, which is not at all sufficient for learning. There are so many things for learning. But this 120 years, there is a old story about this 120 years. The Creator has created four living living animal, including one man, one donkey, and one dog, and one vulture. And everyone was given 40 years each. And duties and responsibilities also Creator has given separately. Then man is by nature is some nature more than other animals. No animal has a tendency of storing food for next day, but man has that type of tendency. So man needs a little more. So when Creator asked man, "Are you happy with this lifespan?" Man straight replied, "No, it should be little more. At the age of 40, I'll be able to just marry. I do not know what will be. I do not able to teach them, grow them. So it is not sufficient. It should be minimum little more." Then donkey, his duty was carry materials from one place to another place. So he said, told Creator that it will be 40 years I shall be carrying a load of others. It is it is injustice. So kindly reduce my lifespan to 50%. Then Creator had asked, who will take his 50%? Nobody want to take. Then man come forward and yes, my Lord, I'll take his 20 his 20 years more. So man became 60. Then God asks dog, are you happy? Dog duty is just just to provide some security to the owner so that no one can come inside to steal something or no one can come inside to attack the owner. This type of security work is allotted to dog. Dog said, my lord, it is too big punishment for me. 40 years I shall be here just to just to keep on watching what is going on. I have nothing. There will be a big chain in my neck. I cannot walk freely. I cannot go out freely. So it will be great punishment to me. My Lord, make me my age also 20 years. Then God asked others who will come to take these 20 years. Nobody, nobody raised their hands. So men come forward and ask me, my Lord, give me these 20 years. It became the total life span of man, human, from original 40, it will be now 80. Then Creator asked vulture. Vulture, there is one kind of big bird who stayed always on very high trees, and he was from there, from sky, he is making some survey, the Reiki survey, then spot survey to find out some dead bodies. Normally dead animals or something, what is dead and what is decomposed, they will be cleaning it. They will be eating, that means they are cleaning it. So it is the duty of the vulture. Sometimes there may be so happen there will be no dead body. Then he has to live without any food. So vulture also told, "My Lord, make me 20 years only, not more than that." Then the Creator asked all others, anyone to interest take this 20? Then men come forward and said, my Lord, give me that 20 also. So it became now 100. Creator feels some hesitation. The Creator, after a lot of analysis and justification, has sanctioned 40 years each. But since all other uh, unhappy with long life, this only bloody man is taking years and after another, and Creator became very angry to him, and Creator has given extra 20 years from his own side. So it became total 120. In our real lifestyle also, same type of activities we are doing in our practical life. First 40 years, we'll just enjoying our life, studies, marriage, new job and everything. And gradually, when our children will be coming, then we have to bear lot of burden for to make them fit for their higher studies and everything. Lot of burden we have to bear. So that is the donkey's life. Next, when we will be 60, then there will be our those who are in government service, he will be retiring. So after retirement, he has no work. So he's just like a watchman of a house. He is sitting in a veranda or in some open place and just to time pass. Nothing he has to do and time pass. And last stage, that will be like vulture sitting on high tree top, looking to the ground whether any dead bodies or not. If dead bodies are available, he will get his food. If not, empty stomach. In our practical life also, this type of activities we are always facing and always struggling with this problem. So this story is beyond the scope of my discussion. Earlier I said the 120 years is not at all sufficient for learning. There are so many things for learning, from a teeny ant to solar system, from black hole to Big Bang, for buoyancy to E equal to mc square. Besides traditional so many things like justice is a square number, tree loop. Tree loop means three spheres: hydrosphere, lithosphere, ionosphere. Ionosphere, that is atmosphere, upper portion is ionosphere. There are many more things we should know because these are necessary for learning. With this little time, just 120 years, how a man can learn so many things? It is totally impossible. Of course, people may say that all these are not necessary for all. Yes, I do agree. So I am not saying that anything about specialization. I do not want to know how to make our world war free, or I am not at all interested to know anything about my life after my death. I have no intention for whole life meditation. The 120 years lifespan I'll be spent for meditation, for creation of separate universe like Vishwamitra. I am not interested. Just what one generally should know, I want to know that only. Normally what we do, early life study, school going, college going. This is also a struggle for existence since fittest only survive. Jugga Bhugga Vasundhara. In our world, who is fittest? He can only exist and survive. There are searching for livelihood after this early life. We have started searching for livelihood, and another 10-15 years after getting some livelihood, another 10-50 years we have to spend for taking care of our youngers, and by that time one must necessary to take care of old parents, because in between our parents shall be aged, so we have to take care of them. In between, in the name of less natural law, one must go for a marriage. Not, in my opinion, it is not. It is hard welded, never been shear off. How one can, in so much of activities, how one can find time for learning. We have no time to learn anything. No time for learning. I am going to say about my own issue. I am in such a profession in which I never find any time to think or to feel anything except my professional activities from morning to evening. You may laugh at me, that I had learned about toothbrushing at the age of my 55 when I had visited a dentist for few teeth extraction. Before that, I do not know how to brush. Brush means just taking some paste, just brushing it as if I am brushing a wall. But when doctor advised me, you should treat your brush in this way, then only I know. So fool I was. After 55 years, I do not know how to brush my teeth. No, never be. I am not so much of fool. It is time, acute shortage of time. But I cannot boldly defend me. More than few thousand years ago, Maharshi Bhattacharya declared me as an animal, and so I must be a fool. Animal means Sahitya Sangit Kala Bihin Sakkhat Pasubi Saman. I do not know literature. Sahitya means literature. Kala means art. I do not make any art. I do not know what is art even. Sahitya, Sangit is music, Sahitya is literature, Kala means Lord handicraft from handicraft to portrait to painting, everything. I have no such merit, so I am animal. Animal must be full. All shall surely surprise that a few years back, after a careful study of few books of Swami Vivekananda, I learned the difference between truth and belief. Although both words look alike. Apparently, if we visualize, truth means truth and belief, there is not any difference. Because we believe only truth. But yet, in our belief system also there are such things which may not be truth, but we are believing it. So after that study, a few books after go through, I know the difference between truth and belief. It is my total ignorance. I agree to all, it is my total ignorance. But at the same time, it is not because of my ignorance, it is because of time. Time did not give me the opportunity to read these books at least 70 years back. Then I can know more and more things. There are so many things around us to learn, but time never allow us. Especially, I do not have time to learn. Then how our great learned men of earlier days were able to learn everything they learn from literature to science, from zero to infinity, from spirituality to nanosecond. Nanosecond means in Indian astronomy, this time has been divided to thousands part of a second, thousands part. So muhurta, pal, bipal, these are more 10,000 parts of a second even. They can able to measure it. How? How they know they were knows to so many things. Everything they were able to learn. They were one in all or all in one. Sometimes I feel they are definitely made of different blood and flesh. Maybe, perhaps, or may not be. There are various confusion in my mind, starting from faith and belief, caste and creed, section and group, life and death, and so on. So many things I do not know. If yes, I know that the gentleman died, means he is no more. He is no more with. But where he gone, what is called soul or what is called inner self, where it gone, I do not know. Perhaps nobody knows. I do not find any source to resolve my problem. I met many people in my life a multi-dimensional field, but I am yet unable to remove my darkness of my ignorance. But no one can blame me, since I am always saying that I do not know ABC of anything of this small world. This is simply, this shall simply prove my inability. Incapability is a symbol of immaturity. If myself, 80 plus age, still I am immature, is there any chances of being mature? And when? During my lifetime? Or maybe after my death? If Stephen Hawking was able to learn so many things with his im- physical inabilities, what we call physically handicapped, physical incompetence, in the absence of his physical incompetence, why being a healthy man I am cannot able to learn a little bit, at least 1 ounce of his tongue? A totally who cannot speak, who cannot write, who cannot do anything for his own, he can able to learn so many things. The speed of time, theory of time, how to reduce the time, how to increase the time, so many technique he has developed. But being a healthy man, with complete man, he was he has some incompetence of his health, yet he did so many things, but I cannot. Why? We all know that oxygen is combustible gas and hydrogen support combustion. When then why mixing both together can extinguish fire? On the other hand, you see, ghee and butter, both combustible gas and support combustion, but together they cannot extinguish fire. If ghee and butter mix together, they cannot extinguish fire. Why? Why it became different? The composition of diamond and coal is same, hydrocarbon. With pressure and temperature makes so much of big difference. If so, we all shall try to bring a tremendous changes from ordinary fuel to precious gem. If it is pressure and temperature due to difference of pressure and temperature, one is precious, other is ordinary. If if I know we shall be all precious, no ordinary fuel, no ordinary human being, we shall be all precious. Whole people of whole world, entire human human generations shall be precious. If I know, I'll make all precious. Swami Vivekananda once said, give me 100 youth, I shall send the whole world. It is very spirited. So much of spirited, I feel hot. Give me 100 youths, I shall sense the whole world. But I heard thousands, 100 youths took up arms to bring changes in our society. But they cannot. My question is, in the absence of Swami Vivekananda, no one knows. Perhaps Swamiji only knew the application, how to apply this 100 youth. That application was known to him only. I remember a few years back, I read an article where it was said that we must learn precision from German. All products of Germans are highly precision. We should know teamwork from Japan. They work they, they work so nicely. If one gentleman take 1 second rest, whole industry will be shut down. So their teamwork organization in such a way. We should know in details about all-round growth of China in a short time. How many years of China? They have become superpower. Sometimes they are also challenging some others, USA and others also. They are challenging. They became superpower. We must know how to be successful in business from America. Without investment, how to earn? America never make any investment, but without investment, they able to earn. You can see, go for. You can see Uber, Ola. These are all American. All the giant online companies are American. They have no investment, but they are earning. But in that article, nothing was mentioned about us, about our country and our neighboring our brother Pakistan and sister Bangladesh. Why I do not know. Maybe we do not have anything to learn by others. What I feel now, the nature of Pakistan is be poor and try to make others poor too. जब मेरा कुछ नहीं है, आपको भी ऐसा सिचुएशन करेंगे, आपका भी कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. This is the general system. On the other hand, Bangladesh is always, yes, Dada Babu. Yet, Bangladesh is 90% richer than us. Our 1 rupee, in 1978, our 1 rupee equal to Bangladesh do 2 taka. 2 taka. Now our 1 rupee is less than 19%. They are rising up. But we are not poor, we are very rich in art of speaking, skillness of speech. You see, all impossible promises generally heard like fact in our country. More than half of our population mostly accepted all these impossible species as possible. Everything possible. Some may promise, follow me, I shall I shall make you always be happy. As if happiness in his pocket. Many a time we heard he is protecting the whole universe. In some temple or somewhere else, there are some deities, either in cross or in some uh, idol or some majar is there. We are all saying that he is protecting the whole universe of any faith. He is protecting the whole universe. My question is, the people offered some small sweet to him, small sweet, he, small sweet. He cannot protect that small sweet, and how he can protect the whole universe? A small sweet which is 5 gram or less, like that sweet, he cannot protect that. Some rats or mouse will take it, take and eat it and go away. So he cannot protect small sweet from a rat or a mouse or anybody, but we believe that he is protecting our whole universe, which is for his. I cannot analyze it, how he protect. Some may say, come with me to heaven. Come with me, I'll, I'll take you to heaven. As if he is a regular visitor to heaven. Some may also suggest it for wearing some gems for best results in examination. What is best results? He will be in the list of first 10. That much. Not more than that. Is it best results in examination? The class examination or some degree examination and anything is not best results. Best results in your activities that should reflect in your activity, it is the best results. These are small examinations. After passing out the degree certificate or anything, it will be very useless paper. Neither you can use it, write it, or you can do something with this paper. It is a useless paper. It became useless. All shall be surprised to note that in our society, combination of all 8 metal is also possible. There are 8 metal, no? In our world, there are 8 metal, including mercury. Including mercury, there are 8 metal. copper, iron, lead, including distinct mercury. There are eight metals. In our society, eight metals can be combined together. I, I do not know how mercury could be possible for mixing. Rest some material uh, that can be possible by heating, and during that temperature lead will be burning burning to ashes, and these are generally highly effective in HIV and cancer treatment. This eight metal together, if you do something for utensil or something, it is very effective for treatment of HIV and cancer. That means even you are making a pot of eight metal and regularly taking water with that eight metal pot, uh, in your life there will be you have no fear for HIV and cancer. Some says, give me blood, I shall give you freedom. It is a saying of a great man. But after so many years of independence, no one has the right to express his own feeling. If it is freedom, then Akbar rules is much better. At least he was behaved very nicely, politely to all his people. He behaved very politely. Once I had been attended a public meeting where I was invited to deliver a keynote address of a renowned singer. In that meeting, one speaker said, give me power, I shall fulfill your all needs. As if he is saying that these people, they want some chocolate, some small chocolates, and it is their only need. As if people have only one need. Thousands people have millions needs. No one can fulfill it unless and until we ourselves minimize the needs. No one can fulfill our needs. Even God cannot. One cannot even hear this demand of needs very minutely. Someone Someone suggested to use a specific brand of cement in residential small building which may be useful for emergency landing of a helicopter. That too within 24 hours of concrete. This is our promises. In my eyes, he is not also ordinary man, he is also a great man. So all these impossible promises we accept as possible. These are all impossible, but we believe as possible because of hypnotized skillness in speech. Perhaps this is power of speech or arrange or rearrangement of words sweetly. If we can sell this skill ability to other nation without investment, huge earning, we can go for huge earning. There is no investment. Just we have to make some impossible promise, impossible statement as a possible. We can earn. If we can sell this skillness of speech, we can able to earn. Very recently, one gentleman asked me a question. What is the easy way of becoming rich in a short time? I humbly replied, I do not know about other country, but in our country, any and all profession or all business under coverage of IPC, that is Indian Penal Code, or CRPC, criminal procedures, shall surely make one rich in a very short time, which is out the IPC or CRPC, outside the barrier of the IPC, Indian Penal Code and CRPC, those will take more time to become rich. But under this provision, this coverage of IPC and CRPC, one can be easily rich within a very short time. Where I am staying is the outskirts of Guwahati city. I always find one problem in our locality. My neighbor is not good. Of course, it is, it is not said that my neighbor is bad. Simply, it is not good. For me, my neighbor is not good. For him, I am not good. So, these are our uh, common practice. A few years back, I met one holy man who always roaming one place to other. People always prefer to hear something from that type of man because as if they are having some supernatural power, they can bless and they can do, of course, harm also. Myself too, I am also a human. I want to know something. One day, I gave my company only to learn something from him. I I have a bad habit. It is not habit. You can say bad character. It is my bad character, and I always refuse to take blessings from others. Rather, I shall pray for others. I pray God for others' welfare. For not for me, I never want any blessings from anybody. My ideology is be all happy, be all healthy. This Sarve Sukhina Bhavantu, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Passantu. It is my ideology. And and both of us, we were going on foot. Whole day we are going. I do not know where we are going. In my opinion, he also does not know where he is going. If I want to ask or say something, he just stop me by giving a hand signal. At evening time, he took rest under a tree. I was surprised he gave me a signal to sit with him. Like an obedient servant, I sat down. I do not know when I slept down. Morning when I arise, he said, I shall start my going. That means he'll be starting his journey. You please go home. Be contented. God teach you what is necessary and when necessary. It is a it is a very big thing. It is a marvelous space he had delivered. God teach you what is necessary and when necessary. हमारा जो जरूरी जरूरी जरूरत होगा जब जरूरत होगा तब God teach me. That is what is Anand is Brahma. That means Anand is God. Ananda is creator. Ananda is supreme, supreme bliss. And he started his working. Next day I was coming back, taking help of a loaded truck because I do not have anything. I do not have money also. With no repentance nor tiredness, absolutely nothing, since I am saying that I am the happiest man of this world since I have no time to feel unhappy. Because I realized Anand is Brahma, the Anand. When he'll be contented, it is God. So I am always saying I am the happiest man of this world since I have no time to feel unhappy. A few years back, a spiritual leader arranged a 7 days workshop from morning 9 o'clock to night on the time management. And I had joined that workshop. About 200 people of both sexes had participated. Morning half, we have taught some asanas, that is yoga. Afternoon, some devotional songs, what is normally timed as kirtan. And evening, his speeches on some faith or some ancient literature. He give some speeches. Thereafter, meditation. Everything is fair and good. If we take it positively, it is fair and good. If we go for negative, then it will be bad and worst. More especially for beginners. It is good for beginners. Same meditation, closing eyes, trying to listen the sound of respiration. For me, it was. For me, I was not interested because every day, morning, evening, I do it. So I have no at all interested. However, when I registered myself as a participant, I am always attending. One participant asked me about my experience of the workshop, and he was added that he was highly benefited. His beautiful, lovely, sweet, and quiet wife also added that he had now left the bed by 5. He was benefited as he was a late riser. For me, these are not necessary. I always go to bed by and 11 and after 5.5 hours sleep, I starting my own works like Guru Vandana, the Devi Vandana. These are I have started, and by 10 10 a.m. I am regularly attending my chamber, same time from the day, first day of my professional life I am maintaining. Of course, when I going outside, it is not necessary to maintain the same time. Then it is little different. The lady expressed great satisfaction, that is gentleman wife, great satisfaction about the upcoming in her husband life, like eating little, man, lot of things, little, he is very smooth, his roughness is finished, he is very loyal to all family members. What is in Hindi called bug? This type of bug, she is starting, I just hear and release out. Since I have to give her time because she is so sweet and lovely, I could not avoid her. Just finding out 1 hour out of 24 hours is never be a time management. Or making a time schedule in this uncertainty is not time management. We are all surrounded by big uncertainty. We do not know what will be happening next moment. Maybe someone's maybe useless. For me, it is useless. Make one routine time schedule. These are useless for me because we are all surrounded by big uncertainties throughout the life. I indeed want 24 into 60 minutes, 24 hours a day into 60 minutes into 60 seconds utilization. When he asked again about my experience, then I told him, accept meeting your sweet and sweet wife, all are wastage of my valuable time. Because you see, this is time. It has own style of movement. Good times are fast moving and bad times are slow moving. And own speed too. Yesterday was today on yesterday. Tomorrow shall be today after 24 hours. Past was also present during the past, and present shall be past again. But future is too long. I explained that to that gentleman. What is present? This present, tomorrow it will be past. No, yesterday it was future. So this type of things has no meaning. Past is past, and present is present. And future, I do not know. No one can foresee the future, and no one can predict anything. No one can calculate the future. I have I have a strong submission before the Creator for attachment of modern high-tech operation system in our body to control the lifespan, to increase or decrease, if and when necessary, to learn something useful for our society, especially for mankind. I do sincerely request all of my friends for more protest to fulfill our niche of the hour. Because you see, I am only one step away from my end. A very few days are with me. There are so many things for me to learn. It is not at all possible. For this reason, I have donated my body, my all parts to anatomy department of Guwahati Medical College so that some other people may go for learning from where I stopped it. Up to a certain extent, I had completed and I stopped there. From there onward, other people shall carry it for future. I thank you very much to all of you. Please be happy, please be healthy, please be blissful and long contented life. I am always available at jcgogoi.com. Please have a nice day.